Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel live from Union Square at my job. Once again, I have recorded 3 times in a row from my job because I have free time. I have finished a couple minutes of free time. I usually take 10 minutes or so. Hopefully everyone's doing well. And, yeah, it's Monday Night Raw again. And today is Wednesday, but recording on a Wednesday, 2 days after Raw. I had to write down the format of the show on paper since my work phone's internet connection wasn't working. I usually have everything open and to remember everything because I don't remember. I'm old and I don't remember anything, and my brain likes to have brain farts in between everything I talk about. Yeah, so let's get on with this review. This is Raw January 15th, live from Little Rock, Arkansas. Not weather delays. I guess they had a cool little stage because of the weather. Man, I wish they kept that stage. I hate the ugly TV stage that we have going on regularly. But yeah, so they kick off Raw with like a little recap from last week, and then it's Cody and Drew McIntyre have a promo off saying basically Drew's kind of still spewing over his losses, and Cody they go off about the Rumble, and then Drew about his losses, and then what they said to each other prior coming back to each other, and it was a good promo, really good start to Raw, just like how Punk and Drew. It was really good, and I liked it. Up next was DIY versus Judgment Day of Dominic and JD McDonough. I didn't really pay attention to this match, but I know DIY picked up the victory, and I can't really rate this match or knock anybody in this match. I like everyone in this stipulation. I like that they're pushing DIY and that they're doing something with DIY. It's really fun. I just wish it just doesn't hit the same as it used to do like 5 years ago. DIY don't hit the same, or however many years ago it was when they were originally. It just does not hit the same. And Judgment Day, love them. Forwarding on, I don't know if I'm missing this segment, but I know there's a segment where R-Truth gives Damian Priest a lot of cash from all the money he's made from the shirts, because he's now the number one seller. R-Truth is the number one seller of his Judgment Day merch, the Laugh, Live, Love, or whatever. That shit's hilarious. I want to get a shirt. And then I skipped the women's match. I'm not going to lie to you. This Raw I was not really tuned into. This is one of probably my least favorite Raws of 2024 so far. But, it's a Raw, so I'm reviewing it. Also, I lied. I said I was going to review SmackDown, and I never did, so I'm reviewing Raw. Maybe I'll review SmackDown one day. Maybe one day. But forwarding on, Gunther returns to Raw. He's with Ludwig Kaiser, and they're in the ring. And Xavier Woods comes out, and, obviously, we put Kofi out, so he's returned also because Xavier Woods was out for a while. Now that he's back, and he's here to get revenge for his friend. So they do Ludwig versus Woods, and Ludwig picks up the win by DQ. And I wonder what's going to be next for this. Is it going to lead to tag team? Is it going to lead to Woods and the IC title? Gunther's going to squash Woods if they do fight, but Up next, which is a goofy squash match, it was Akira versus Ivar. Akira Tozawa versus Ivar. I met Akira Tozawa literally a week ago. And this was kind of goofy. They had Akira Tozawa win by like a roll-up, top rope roll-up. I don't believe... Sorry, I'm back. I don't believe that they should have had Ivar lose to someone like Akira Tozawa, but it's whatever. Whatever. The next match was hilarious. This is probably a great match for a co-main event. It was Judgment Day of Damian Priest and Balor versus R-Truth and Miz. And before they started, R-Truth gets a wad of cash and it explodes, and he's trying to give the money to Finn Balor, and they're over there like, oh my god, he's giving me thousands of dollars. Hilariously, and Finn Balor's just there like, oh shit, a lot of money. And he's shoving it in his pocket and in his jacket pocket, and they start the match, and Finn Balor attacks him, and R-Truth is like, what the hell, why are you, like that, and they're going back and forth doing the same thing, and every time R-Truth would hit Finn Balor, he'd look at Priest and be like, oh my god, I didn't mean to do that, the expressions were there, it was hilarious, it was fun. Then I mean, before in the little segment, Priest told R-Truth not to tag in, but he started the match, and he tagged himself back in after he tagged the Miz in. So there was that, and the Judgment Day pick up the victory. Damian Priest, well, it turned his back on R-Truth, and R-Truth was about to do a move, and everyone was like, "Oh no!" And then he didn't do it, and then Damian Priest choke slams him or whatever the hell the move is that he does. 1, 2, 3. He looked disappointed. Damian Priest looked disappointed, like he didn't want to do it, but we'll see where that goes. I think this is entertaining, probably the most entertaining thing of it. It's hilarious. It gets me. It really does. Now, up next was the main event. The You Don't Hinder the Ginger Man. The You Don't Hinder Ginger. Listen, I have a lot of problems with this match. I already knew going into this that Jinder Mahal was not winning, but you never know. They could always pull a trigger or do something. But in my opinion, the way they made him lose was so bad. There was a couple botches here and there, which I do have to acknowledge. But, the fact that you have Jinder cutting these heated promos, and then you have this main event with Seth Rollins. I mean, I'm annoyed at Seth Rollins. And this is not from personal grievance. Seth's world title reign is so boring. It's so garbage. It's just, oh my God. We need a new world champion. Like, it's so bad. Like, I wouldn't even mind Jinder winning and then getting cashed in on. It kills the match. Seth's about to win. 1, 2, 3. Indusher puts his foot on the rope. And then they distract the referee. Damian Priest is out there. I think Drew comes out and intervenes, leaves his briefcase on the floor, and he takes out Drew. And then Jinder grabs the briefcase. Rollins is going to come from behind, smacks him in the head with the briefcase. Does his finisher. 1, 2, and he kicked out. That's fucking some stupid AEW shit. Like, it's so annoying. Why is there Super Seth? That's so goofy. If me and Villain got in a fight and I smack him with a brick, he ain't getting up. He is not getting up like that. He's gonna probably be in the hospital with head trauma and concussions. Like, tell me when I'm telling lies. It's so. And then Rollins goes super mode, Super Seth, and curb stomp, pedigree or whatever, super kick, blah blah blah. 1, 2, 3. Why? And then it ends right there. Why? Such a bad way to end Raw. Such a wasted main event. It could have ended differently, but it was just so nah. This Raw was the worst Raw of 2024 so far, but until then, this is the worst Raw I've seen of 2024. I mean, it's only been 3, so it's the third worst Raw of 2024. I'm not saying the other two were worse. The other two were better than this Raw for sure. The only thing good about this was the Judgment Day R-Truth stuff, and that's literally everything good about this Raw. Other than that, it's just, man, Rollins needs to lose that belt. And WrestleMania needs to come sooner. The Royal Rumble's next weekend, and I cannot wait. So, excited. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, if you guys are new, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you already haven't, share around. Let me know what you thought of Raw. If you want to show your thoughts, what did you think of the main event? What did you think of the Judgment Day and R-Truth stuff? And I give this Raw out of like my bunch. This Raw was pretty doo-doo. It wasn't the greatest Raw I've ever seen in my life, but I gotta get used to nonsense when you have someone like Seth Rollins in charge, I don't know. Not in charge, as the champion. Sorry, I'm very tired. Well, I hope everyone has a great day. See you on the next review, which will probably be next week's Raw. Or I was thinking about watching NXT and reviewing it an NXT, but it would probably be next Raw, and after that Raw, this upcoming Raw is the last Raw before the Royal Rumble, and I'm going to guarantee you that me and Keith will have or Villanonymous will be doing a Royal Rumble review, because that is the big one to start 2024 as the big reviews. So without further ado, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.